Hola, welcome, Libra friends. Pardon for being a day late, but better late than never. And I had a hard time yesterday. It's one thing I learned about tarot. I mean, I can't really push it, but I deliberately went to this is the second half of September read, to give myself a little cushion. You know, if you're following the soul family read, kind of explained there, came up I think today, so it's their day linked here in description. And if you haven't followed the soul family, please give it a shot. And because it's like Terrence McKenna said, find others, and that's me reaching out, trying to build a following. So I try to keep it short and speak kind of personally in that reading. Maybe a little bit more about astro. It's a little less oriented directly to love, romance. It's always on my mind, but this reading is a little more spiritual reading. Usually it's personal, touching bases with ourselves, not so much if you're looking for singles. I got singles read out now, a collective daily read I think is great. And then now we're going to do your heart spread. This is more where you have someone on your mind, Libra, which you probably do because you're a Libra. And if you're watching this channel, you do. But really, this is going to pick up who's in your heart. And it's corny, but it really does that. But why does it? Because that's what I ask. You know, talk about the singles read. It's always positive. Why? Because I'm asking Spirit to just simply show me so I can describe this new person you've never met, what they're like, so you'll know it when you meet them. And I'm asking them to be your true soulmate. So we already know that that's your true soulmate. It's not your next sex problem. And so it's always positive. It's just describing your person. Your person can't be negative. I mean, it won't be perfect, but it won't be negative. Here it could be. It just read whatever, you know. And I read a lot for manifestation. We'll keep that in mind. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, in terms of the astrology that comes up as it does. And give me a like. Do subscribe, please. It helps me a lot. Please comment. Comments help. I almost want to say even if they're negative, but just say, you know, there ain't that many people watching. Talk to me. Talk to me, boo. So you're coming up as a King of Swords. This is impressive for Libra. If it is an astrologer, you know there's sign prejudice. It's really important to understand the archetypes, but how they actually play out in a personality and behavior of an individual human being is so many factors goes into it. This is the problem, biggest problem with astrology. People say, well, I'm supposed to be a Libra, but I'm not the way they say a Libra is, and so astrology is bullshit. Well, it's no, because, you know, your Libra sun's in the, you know, strong house, a fire house or something, Leo, you know, and if you're Leo rising and you've got that going on. So, you know, a lot of things could be impacting this, but however you got here, you're at a place of accomplishment, of confidence. You've gained this. You're probably older. I don't imagine this would be a young kid. I mean, I'm 62, so a young kid to me is, I don't know what, 20s still maybe. I tell you, I go by astrology, and astrology says your Saturn return sets the age of adulthood. Saturn governs maturation. So important in the chart. If you're going to study one thing, beyond the personal planets, you know, Saturn transits. That should be your go-to when you study transits. A little hack there. When you get ready to study transits, have to kind of master the natal chart basics and archetypes. Look at it that way. Now your person is drawn to this strength. All right, Libra. You're engaging with a person. They might be a fire sign. I'm not really prepared to say that just yet. But they're very interested. They might be at a distance. The main thing with this energy, first of all, I should say, King of Swords, very good energy to have come into a relationship. You know what you want. You ain't afraid to say it. You know how to set boundaries. You could stop somebody with your stare, apparently. Look at this card. You know? So I say you don't get, the only downside to that, you can have something of a chip on your shoulder, and you might be damn right I do, and I don't give a shit, you know, because that's how I'm going to roll now. I'm never going to be a pushover again. That could be kind of the attitude that you're not afraid to tell anybody that. But this person likes that, so they're very much drawn. The way you are, where they are in terms of relationship, I like to see this as kind of you where you're at, apart from this person you're thinking of. But it's like they're predisposed to you, meaning they like people who are decisive and maybe dominant. You know, could be an element of sexuality in that, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's how humans roll. In any case, they could be your equal, but they're damn well drawn to this energy that you have of the King of Swords. You know, and so the stronger you are, the more you respect yourself, the more it literally, I feel like it's drawing them to you. This could be manifestation, if that's been your manifestation. And look at here, Libra, my card, Temperance, beautiful, the angel here. And now, this is your reaction clearly to your person here. Now we're moving out of yourself, the King of Swords, and we're moving into energy that represents how you're feeling about your person, how your person's making you feel. This is what's going on right here with this card, number 3. Number 4, a moment here, look at how they're reacting to you, how they're feeling, separated from this energy of already being, you know, they were ready. They might be the manifester here, like they knew you were coming in a dream. They knew from synchronicities, this person that you have here, Libra, maybe they're a tarot reader, maybe they're a psychic, maybe they're a prophet, maybe they're a guru. I don't know. Maybe they know. And because I get like a beacon, like a moth to a candle flame energy. You would be the flame. This would be the moth. Like a lights on a landing strip that, you know, even in pitch dark, you know, the planes can land. Drawn to you in that way. So they see you, in any case, as a soulmate, a twin flame, a life partner. They see in you the manifestation. You know, this could be Sun, Moon, Venus on the DC, your Sun. On there is Venus, Moon, more Sun, or Venus particularly, they're close. And then they're just going to see you as the ideal person. If you have energy right on their Venus, they could see you like this. It's going to be in the chart. It's like these are like soulmates. This is what your person's thinking anyway. I got a feeling they might probably be right if they're thinking that, because I don't think the King of Pentacles is going to draw in a bozo, honestly. But there's someone that could be a fire sign. They're on fire. They're a little bit of a wild card maybe, willing to take a chance. Now look how they're feeling about you. I told you, you turn them on. Now the thing about Temperance, it goes really well with the King of Swords, because the King of Swords would be a little bit harsh. But now you add Temperance, really, like this. And so the way this person makes you feel allows you to relax. You're not the King of Swords. With them, you're temperate. It's temperate. Why? Because they make you feel good. And apparently, Libra, you want a little fire in your life, and that's what they're bringing you. They're bringing you fire, and they're bringing it in a very sweet way, though. That's not the normal burning flowers you typically see with the Ace of Wands, you know. There's a romance to it, okay? I feel. And Temperance is feeling that everything's okay. You know, it's supposed to be patient, Sagittarius. I always thought immediately when I read when I was first studying tarot, that's wrong. There's nothing about Sagittarius that's patient. But really what it is, we are easygoing and tolerant, honestly. So what it is easygoing and tolerant and just being patient because there's no problems. So this means in the relationship to this person, you don't feel like there's any problems. There's no red flags. You just can kind of lay into it, and it allows you to actually, going from the King of Swords to the Temperance, I seem to be giving you a neck rub. But if not actually, then metaphysically, emotionally, yeah, this is going on, the feeling of it. And I see like some kind of manifestation. I can't really tell one from the other. I got feels coming from your person. And if there's anybody moving to anybody, they're most definitely coming to you. Now, your advice. So, as I said, the one downside to the King of Swords, and I'm not really even saying this is a general interpretation, but in this position, in the heart spread, my heart spread, when I see a sword like that, usually comes with it something from the past where you're triggery, basically triggery. With the King of Swords can be very strongly so. And it's from past wrongs, cycles, repeated things. It's relationship PTSD. That's what it is. These swords are relationship PTSD, which I think is absolutely, everywhere. It's just ubiquitous in the world. I don't say everyone has it, but goddamn, if you don't, then you're lucky. I'm sick. If you're older, particularly. That's why the dating scene is a nightmare, people. Fix your relationships. I agree. What does Minotera said it the other day? I was watching one of his readings, different readings he does. I love that guy. He's the best tarot reader out there, technically. That guy is just like, I don't know if I ever want to be like that. I'm not capable. But he said the same thing. I remember thinking, wow, I agree. It's like such a mess. Let's see what's being advised for your person before I say anything. Look, you got the 8 of Cups and they got the 8 of Swords. Okay, at this point, we're looking at you, kind of a baseline, your feelings to them, their feelings to you. And now we're getting advice. 8 of Cups for you from Spirit, for you in dealing with your person. And this is advice for your person, 8 of Swords, for dealing with you. To super simplify it, you need to open up and be more emotional and mostly vulnerable. And that means letting go of something you're hanging on to, probably an emotional thing like a fear. I call it the next shoe's going to drop. It's like when things starts going good, that's when I get the most scared. It's like, because I know it's coming. And it's that thing of like, oh man, I get you that way. I have to shuffle a little bit now. So what I know then is, and they're being advised to let go of something that's on their mind, some kind of attachment to a thought pattern. It's a very sophisticated reader. Your person is high functioning too. You have more money and more stability here at Libra, but they come in. They could be in academia, someone that's really literate. Could be a performer coming in here too, Libra. Someone like this, and they're all into you. I mean, Ace of Wands. I don't feel this as being the Ace of Wands of just like an affair. Could be. It's definitely for them. I guarantee you that they said they fell in love with you at first sight. God, tell me they didn't, so no, otherwise describes it, Dave, but no, it really wasn't at first sight. This one could be a cross watcher. This healer here, maybe a light worker, whatever, man, they ain't playing. So, let's see what we got now. This is advice for the relationship as a whole. Man, fucking tastic. This is one of the best cards to get here. This is the advice in the core of the heart spread here for the relationship as a whole. And it's cosmic triumph. It's aligning. To me, the Chariot so much is about aligning with our soul's purpose and feeling like our life, the actions we're taking, is in the full alignment. Here, the relationship, as the heart spread begins to form, it becomes in full alignment. This relationship with our very life purpose. Again, very high functioning. Your person who manifested, I believe you, it could have been a dual manifestation. That happens a lot, I'm finding. Happens a lot. Kind of makes sense. If two people, why not? So let's see the outcome here. The Sun. Man, fucking tastic. It just wanted to come out, the Sun. This is, again, one of the best heart spreads I've ever seen in my life, Libras. Advice from Spirit, the Chariot. I say, like the 6 of Wands is when you're receiving accolades, you come home victorious from war or whatever, and with the Chariot, the accolades come from your ancestors, angels, guides around you. They come from the heavens. Yeah? That's who's watching you in your triumph here. And it's in alignment. And look, the outcome of the sun, I'm going to say this, my heart spread, there is no better outcome than the sun and the heart spread. As you come together, you make each other stronger. I think you really need there. Look, it's air and fire. What happens when you put air and fire together? Get hot, hot heat. I'm no scientist, but yeah. And so there's a lightheartedness to this. A lot of this from your person. They're very charming, very entertaining, suave, debonair, dare I say, something like this. There could be this air about them. And there's some kind of belief system they're still dealing with. You know, it's like it could be like me. It could be like, well, I've been trying to manifest for years, but I was really still having a hard time believing it was ever going to actually happen, you know. Whereas yours is clearly, Libra's let go of this emotional baggage that maybe the other shoe is going to drop, or just, you know, doubting the future, doubting your person. And don't. Thank you, guys.